Hello folks, Sam Owens here, and I've got a product here that is made basically for shipping labels, address labels, any kind of label that you want to make and print. This is a printer specifically for that. And it doesn't require any ink. The paper is sensitive to heat, and so you don't have to worry about print cartridges and all of that. There's all kinds of sizes of paper that you can get to feed in here. This will take 1 inch to 4 inch wide. This is 4 inch wide, which is your general shipping label, which is 4 by 6. And you can get those smaller ones for address labels, which are 1 inch wide by 2 inches or 3 inches long. So a lot of options for this little printer. And what you get is obviously the printer itself. You get a connecting cable to your computer, and it will handle Apple or Windows. And there's an adapter in here if you have a Apple type computer right here that you can plug this in. There's also a USB driver. That's why I'm pointing out this comes in this little package right here. But let's go back right here to a power supply and the cord that connects into the power supply right here. They come separate, and you connect them together, and so this requires power, and this will connect into the back is where the power goes here, and the connection to your computer goes over here. It's that simple. Paper goes in here, which is right there. And the way you open it up is right here, flips that. And then this is the guide right here that adjusts that paper. If you're doing address labels like 1 inch wide, it will go down to that point and you can feed it right through. There's other labels that are different sizes to print barcodes, you name it, and you can print it on this. Okay, so put that back. You get a user manual or a user guide. I would say before you even try to do anything with the printer, read through and find the sections that apply to your application, which is either Mac or Windows, and identify all the way through just what areas you're going to have to be looking at. Okay, we're going to start setting up our label printer, and the first step we're going to go to is right here at the top. Quick start video. It's giving you information where you can see things about the printer. Product overview is giving you a little bit of overview of the different control buttons, the front and the back. And we're going to go right here to step 3, print start. They misspell the print, but that's printer start. That's A. And everybody, whether you have Apple or Windows, are going to start with this. And there's like 7 steps to hooking the printer up. Connect the USB cable to the printer right here, and it only goes one way, and the other end goes into the computer. A USB port that's available. Now the unit should be off, so nothing's going to happen at this point. There is the power button, and we go to the instructions, and it says turn the printer on with the power switch. Okay, so I've got it plugged in, Got everything going. And now I've got a red light flashing on the top. And the red light, let's see, right up here, red flashing slowly, paper shorted, flashing quickly. Cover is not closed. It is closed. Red light flashing slowly, paper shorted. Oh, okay. Now, we don't have any paper in it, so evidently it's paper shortage. So I need to have this. This was in here. So let me turn this off. I took this out. It comes with this, and I think that's the whole idea, is when you turn this on, it would not get a paper shortage. So the instructions need this in here. So let me put this back. Okay, I've placed the paper back in that came with the unit, and I'm going to turn it on. Okay. So you see you got a blue light, and the blue light says solid blue, standby and ready. So folks, if you took this paper out, you need to put it back in as part of the startup. To help you get orientated with the way to use the user guide, is we have completed this section right here, and we've got our blue light up here, meaning it's ready. Now, notice there's a heavy dark line across here. That means that you don't go down this way, you go around and like this. So from here we go up to this point. See, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this may help you to orientate. Now we're at label loading. Let me review what we have to do, and there are like 6 steps here to get the labels put in. There's some text on the back side of the labels, printer paper. This side should face down. So when you see that, you should put that up. So let's see, this one right here is the top sheet. Let's see. Right here. So you put this down like this, and this is the way this should face down, and this fits right in here with this adjusted to the width. Now I'm going to push this up just a little bit so I can get this down like that. Okay, and then I'm going to push that in to that point, close her down, and I get my blue light there. And now the next step, it says after you do that, make sure the label is automatically caught by the paper, and it is, and it's sitting there right at the edge. And then it says press and hold feed button. After the blue light flashes 2 times, release the feed button. This is the feed button. Okay, I'm going to press it and hold it. Let's see, after it flashes 2 times, let go. 1, 2. Now what it is doing is automatically finding the edges of the paper, so it knows how to place the printing onto the paper squarely. So that's very important to do that step. Okay, the way this is going, now we were above the line, so we went down, back and forth, and we're at step 9. Step 10 is here, so I can fold the paper at this point, and now I can start with download the driver. It's important to have the printer in standby, which we do, so that when we load the drivers, the computer can use those drivers to find the printer and connect to it. Looking carefully, there's a method 1 and a method 2. I'm going to use method 1 right here, which is using the supplied memory jump drive. Now I plugged it in and here's what we've got, and I'm going to go through and look. I want 2 PM264S drivers. So what I'm going to do is go down to it right here, and then it wants me to click on that. Oops. Actually, I want to double click on it. And then it says for Windows. So I want for Windows right here. So that's what I want. So I'm going to double click on that. And then I want those drivers. And I double click on that. So it's just follow the instructions. And now it says printer settings, print test page. And so I'm going to go over here, click on this. Ah, look at that. It did it. Windows printer test page. You have correctly installed your ProMemo PM246S on my particular computer, and here's all the parameters around it. Okay, there's a tear line right here. All I have to do is, and that's it. So that's all there is to it. I did see some areas there that were kind of a little bit confusing, but just kind of look at it and on your computer, and I think you'll figure it out of how to get to that point. You want to get to your control panel, you want to find the printer on that, and then you can go. Now there is a section here that if you have trouble, it says solution for not finding the printer window. So section D, you would want to follow this and it would help you find it. What I've done is I've created a label, a text label of information, and I just want to see if I can use my print command of my computer. Is what I did. I selected the text and it selected the printer, the 246, and everything is set, and I think it's going to print good, so I'm going to hit the print button. Wow, yes. Okay, this is a product description that I wanted to print on a label, and it did it. So anything that's on your computer, you can print to this. So I did a test, and I had just basically a black outlined Christmas tree with green inside, one color. It says it will print one color, but this is what I get. So this is a temperature or a heat sensor paper. So I don't think it's capable of doing any kind of color. And I didn't even think about that, but it's not like an inkjet printer that has all the different colors in it. It's black and white. So you have to keep that in mind when you're doing something. Now this was a multicolor picture. It is not going to print it in color. So keep that in mind. It's not going to produce those clip arts that you might want to do. It was designed as a label printer, so that's the range that it has, black and white, mostly black for printing. Okay, that pretty much covers it.